mind me, I'm just a roommate.
It's live.
Oh, we're live. Hello, I'm Maria Patrice Amen, and
I'm Vanessa Leroy.
we are a part of Amigos del REP, and we're so excited to be leading you in a cooking demonstration for Giving Tuesday. We are really proud of all of the work that we get to do at San Diego REP. And to celebrate, we often come together with food. Although we can't come together in person, we are going to walk you through one of our favorite dishes so that you can create it on your own. So today, what are we making, Vanessa?
We are making easy chilaquiles. So for ingredients, we need an onion, like 3 cloves of garlic, tortillas, obviously, some queso fresco for after we're done, some eggs, and of course the green salsa, which is over here, sorry. Some salt and oil. So everyone's gonna have to turn on their stove first and let the pan get hot, so that way it's ready to cook when it's time to put in the oil. It's hot. So while that's going on, we're going to cut the onion, because that's what we do. We cut onions around here. So this is the first time anyone's gonna see me cry, and it's not because I'm an emotional person, because I'm not. So we're just gonna use about 1/4 of the onion. Okay, and usually when I'm at home, I do this really messy, but I'm gonna try to keep it fancy for you guys, but like, don't hold me accountable to that, because sometimes I'm just not a fancy person. There we go. So chilaquiles is one of my favorite. My grandma used to make them for me almost every Sunday. That's the only way she would get me to eat eggs. And now I love eggs.
Did she make you the red kind or the green kind, or?
She would often make me the green kind, because I don't like red sauce.
Yeah?
It's really weird, I know. So I often just make, I feel like I'm gonna do a little more here, because the onion was small. And I'm gonna cry, because I'm so happy I'm making these, you know. That, cut these in half.
Chilaquiles is also one of my favorite foods.
Yeah.
So it's something that my mom would make for me.
They're the best. They really are really comforting.
Yeah. The tortilla and the egg, it all goes together really well.
Yeah.
And you can have it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
That's
It's
true.
an all-day food.
I love breakfast for dinner, actually. It's one of my favorite things. So we're gonna go ahead and take some of these cloves off of the garlic. I'm just making a mess on your counter, but it's totally okay.
I got my chest full.
Yeah, thank you. These onions are strong. Oh my God, my eyes are watering.
So you just cut them in like those big chunks?
These, yeah. The reason I leave the big chunks is because I have children and they're picky.
Oh, it's easier for them to pick it
And they can pick them out. And if you're a picky person, I know a couple of picky people out there, you can just, you know, take them out. Oh my God, they're really strong. So there's 1, 2, I need one more. So an easy way to do this, I usually just smush them. Okay. I don't worry about them being like super cute, because it's not Hell's Kitchen in here, you know. We're just using this for the taste. And I'm gonna smell like onions and garlic, which is exactly what I want to smell like. You know?
Hey, it's quarantine.
It's quarantine, right? The good thing about chilaquiles is that like they could be vegan, they could be vegetarian.
How would you make them vegan?
Well,
Do they have eggs?
yeah, but you just don't put in the eggs, or you substitute.
Oh, okay.
And you just don't put in the cheese.
Yeah.
You know?
Are tortillas vegan?
They're corn.
Yeah, but there's no.
As long as there's no lard in them.
Oh, true.
The sauce is often vegan, because it's just fruits and veggies, or not fruits and veggies, but veggies.
So today we're doing the easy version of chilaquiles. What would be the more difficult version?
So the more difficult version. I can't speak today, guys. Okay, and I'm crying. So give me a break. Would be getting the tomatillos, the chiles serranos, and making the sauce yourself, which is often better. I think I sent you a recipe for that, so if anybody wants it, I can shoot it out. So here we go. So we're not going to use this right away. I'm just cutting while the pan heats up. I'm sniffling because I'm crying, guys, okay? Just wanted to throw that out there. Damn onion. Tears.
Joy.
Tears of joy, because I like to eat. That's all I can do now. Okay. So I'm going to go over, check the pan, make sure it's hot. And we're going to get on the tortillas. I need a little more time.
I can open them for you.
Thank you.
I'm a big contributor.
Yay! That was very good untying of the tortillas, Patrice. Thank you very much.
So now we can say we both made them?
Yeah, you helped.
I helped.
Okay, so I usually take these tortillas and just kind of rip them up. Get like my anger out, you know, ripping them up. But since I'm doing it for you guys, I guess I'll cut them in little triangles.
Cut them, come this way. There you go.
All right. Okay. Look at them, little triangles.
It's so pretty.
So pretty.
It looks like math. How many tortillas do we use? Oh,
it honestly depends on how many people you're feeding. If I'm feeding like my family, I'll use like maybe half a dozen or maybe a little bit more, depending on who's eating. If you're just making them for yourself, about maybe 3 or 4, but then that's like no point. You might as well make them and have leftovers. Am I right?
yeah.
But yes, these are kind of big, but it's fine.
So we're using 7 tortillas right now.
Yeah, but I'm gonna use more because you're gonna want to eat, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're gonna want to eat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And do you want leftovers?
Yes. Perfect.
I'm just gonna pretend I'm cooking for a big family. This is 6 more tortillas, so that's a total of what, 13?
Oh my gosh. Do you know how to do handmade tortillas?
I do.
We should do that on the next video.
I shouldn't have said that. It's fine. We can make handmade tortillas in the next video. I would be willing.
That would be cool. I've never
Like
made them.
corn or like
Either way. You
or
saw they
flour.
have like nopal, and you could do like one like basic corn, and then one like strange or like unusual or like non-traditional one.
How do we do that?
I don't know, because they're colorful and like pretty.
Oh, you want, okay. We can make like, they have nopales,
Yeah.
like tortillas made out of nopales. And I think the pan is ready.
Is there a way
put
to
the
know when
oil
it's
in?
ready or like?
Oh, you just gotta make sure it's hot. Don't put your hand in it, obviously. This is all ready because you can feel the heat coming out of there.
Okay.
So I use canola oil. You can use any kind of oil, vegetable oil, doesn't matter. I don't measure, but about half a cup, maybe a quarter of a cup. Well, it's ready so that we can fry the tortillas. We're gonna fry the tortillas and then take it out of here so that we can continue using the pan. I think that's good. The oil is ready.
So the tortillas go straight in.
They go straight in, no seasoning, no anything, because all the flavor is gonna come out of the the salsa, and the garlic and all that good stuff. I like to separate my tortillas. Some people just throw them in. I just like them all being crispy. Look at that. It's sizzling. It's like my life. So this is probably going to be 2 batches because I don't like to layer them that much. But I will layer them once I put the salsa in and let these fry up a little. Make sure you turn your heat down to like a medium. Okay. You know, it just depends on how crispy you want your tortillas to be. Make sure they're a little golden brown.
Oh, they smell.
You can smell the tortillas already.
No, I can smell the like the garlic and the onion and like
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to eat.
You can smell everything. And just give them a little flips.
The thing about chilaquiles is they cook really fast.
They do. It's a really fast meal, and I like to like do the lazy ones on the weekends because, like, who's got time to make salsa, right? So this little batch is almost done. You can tell this one's a little crispy. That's gonna be a good one, actually. I like the little crisp. So I'm gonna put them in this bowl because we want the oil to absorb a little.
And what's in the bowl? Just paper towels?
Just paper towels, so the bowl doesn't get greasy. Patrice, what's your favorite breakfast besides chilaquiles that like bring back a memory? I love chilaquiles because I always remember my grandma.
Yeah. My mom would make us chilaquiles for breakfast and chorizo. So I'm a vegetarian and I've been a vegetarian for like 20 years now.
Yeah.
And switched when I was in middle school. I was the only one in the entire family to go vegetarian. And it complicated cooking for my mom for a really long time. But chorizo, like they have soy chorizo, and it tastes just like the real chorizo. Like because the seasoning is so strong in chorizo, like the soy chorizo really is dependent on the seasoning. And it tastes delicious. And it was this food that I loved from childhood and then lost for a number of years because soy chorizo didn't exist at that time. And then once they came out with it in the stores and I was able to eat it again, it was like jumping back in childhood, this food that I used to love, couldn't have, and I got to return to again. Yeah, I really like chorizo.
I love chorizo. Go ahead. Especially with like papas and made into a burrito. It's one of my favorites.
So our family has this restaurant, like generations back, not like my immediate family, generations back, we've got this restaurant, Los Cuatro Nietas.
Oh, yes,
and
I love that
chorizo
place.
is one of their like specialties. And they cook it with beans and it's delicious. So I kind of remember, it's been a while since I've had it. But the tortillas and the beans are really good.
Yeah.
We want to also encourage you, if you're joining us and cooking along with us, to think about giving back and giving back to organizations that use work and are doing the things that you are personally invested in. So we at San Diego Rep encourage you to give back to San Diego Rep through Giving Tuesday. You can go to sdrep.org/Giving Tuesday to make a donation to support the San Diego Repertory Theater. Yeah, it would be great if you could support the theater. Also, it would be great if you could make these chilaquiles.
Yeah. And they're one of the easiest meals to make. And I don't know why, but usually when I talk to people about chilaquiles, they're like, yes, make them. They love them. And it's so simple, you know? But I think it's the hardiness of it, but they're also like I could eat a lot of chilaquiles.
I can even
You know?
plates full. Yeah.
That's why I don't make them. But I like to, like I said, I usually at home, I make them like really like a lazy style. I call it lazy chilaquiles. It's really like easy, like whatever. So I use the can. But when I make it for people, I actually make the sauce because I know how to, so why not? And they taste better. But when you get the canned sauce, you just add a little bit of onion, some garlic to give it some flavor, a little bit of salt, and it tastes better. And these are done. I like my chilaquiles a little bit mushy. How do you like yours?
A little bit mushy.
Yeah.
My mom would fry the tortillas in just a little bit of oil, and then put the eggs directly on top.
Yeah.
And so they get like very moist and soft.
Yeah,
They're
that's
not
usually
super crispy.
what I do. Just because, like, who has time to do all the switching of pan? Also, like I said, I'm lazy and I will not wash more than one pan. I know I have kids, but they have opinions now and they won't do it.
They say no now.
They're like, but why?
So, Vanessa,
Yeah.
as of yesterday, the open submission period for our festival has just started, and we just put out the call for new play submissions.
Really?
Vanessa, you're one of our readers, right?
I am a reader.
Yeah. So we have a team of volunteer readers who are Amigos del REP members, and then also people from the community, and also different theater professionals who join us. People who volunteer their time to read for us. We put out this call, and we will have the call open all of the month of December. Should we go live today, the 1st, and the submission window closes on the 31st. Last year we had 94 submissions. The year before, I think we were at like 92. So a big growth. Yeah. And have sort of stayed around that point. So we anticipate that we're going to have close to 100 submissions again this year, maybe a little more. And so if you are a playwright out there and you are Latinx and you've got a full-length piece, we encourage you to go to sandiegorep.org to find out on how to submit it. It's very, very simple. You email us a copy of your script and then fill out an application form, or like a Google form with your name and a summary of the show.
Okay.
Oh, what's our next step?
So now that all the tortillas are fried, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get rid of the oil from the pan, right?
Why are you getting rid of it?
I am putting it in a piece of foil in a cup, and we're gonna let that cool off. And then we can pick up the foil and toss it, because you don't want to put it down the drain. We'll keep that here. So there's a little bit of oil left in that pan. And that's where we're going to saute the onions and the garlic. The first thing I'm going to do is put in the onions because they take a little bit longer. Okay. Let that just saute in there a little. Smell that? Yeah, so good. I love onion, like sauteed onion on my burgers and stuff like that. It's such a good flavor. Okay. And we're just going to let them saute a little. Now my pan's a little hot, so I'm moving it around.
Did you put it to medium heat, or is it still
to
hot?
medium? Yes.
Okay. Cool.
And you don't want to let the onion burn. Okay.
Okay.
So once you see that some of the pieces are a little bit crispy, like this, okay, you throw in that garlic, all of it. Make sure you brush your teeth if you're planning on kissing someone tonight, because it's gonna be. Let that saute in there. Patrice, can you bring me those eggs? Mm-hmm. Thank you. Here's the bowl. Yes.
Oh, do you want me to crack up?
No, I'm actually gonna just, yeah, sure. Crack like 4 eggs in there. So it depends on how much egg you want in this, right? And this looks like it's getting ready for us to add everything else.
Look at that, 2 times unhealthy.
I know, look at you.
These are nice and tiny.
So, I don't care about getting dirty. Give me one more, why not? Yeah? Yeah, okay. The key is that, you're gonna get dirty anyway, so, okay. You're just gonna scramble these in the bowl, nice and scrambled. All right, so now that this is done, Yeah, we're gonna throw these back in there. And I know it's gonna look like a lot. Oh my God, it's overflowing. Look, they're all gonna fall out. Nah, it's fine. What I usually do is I add the egg. And just mix it around so that egg is done and all over.
So you want the egg to coat everything?
Yeah, all of those tortillas need to get in there. And they're looking a little crispy, but don't worry about that. Because just keep flipping them.
So you flip and flip to make sure that all the pieces are kind of coated in the egg.
And now the tortillas are getting a little bit soggier, right? And you have some that are really crispy. And it's gonna be delicious, I promise. Okay, get those in there.
Oh, that looks so good, Vanessa.
Thank you. Oh, we lost one. It's all right. Should we throw it back in?
That one's for the homies.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta, feed the dogs. So this is starting to get ready to add the salsa.
How do you know when it's time?
Because the eggs are starting to kind of harden up on the tortillas like that. You see?
Okay. Hardening of the
Yeah, and you don't want to like I don't fully cook the eggs all the way through because then they get a little bit burnt, and I want them to simmer in the salsa. So this is a big can of the enchilada salsa that I got to put in there.
Does it matter between green and red?
I mean, no, not really. It's just preference. I just for some reason don't like green salsa. I mean, look at that. Yeah. Add a little salt. To taste, whatever your taste buds are. If you don't like your food to be salty, don't put much. Move that around there.
And the enchilada sauce that's coming in the can is basically like already cooked. We're just heating it up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let that simmer for a little bit. It's gonna be good.
I can't wait to eat them.
I'm hungry already.
So chilaquiles are a great meal to serve with a family or to serve with a group of friends that are in your quarantine bubble, like Vanessa is in my quarantine bubble. And it's something that can bring people together and that you can enjoy. Oh, that looks so good.
So I used about 3/4 of this can. Because I wanted to, I guess. I like my chilaquiles a little bit saucy. Not too saucy, but I like to have, the sauce. And then I'm gonna let it simmer a little bit more for about a minute or so. And then they'll be ready. And in the meantime, leftovers.
That you could use on the next one.
You could use on the next one.
Oh, Vanessa, did I tell you about our next project for Amigos?
No, please do tell me.
So the next thing that we're doing with Amigos is we're going to be doing a masterclass series.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we're like thinking about, okay, how are we going to be able to serve our community and serve our artists? We really want to use this opportunity to give back, just like Giving Tuesday, we want to give back. And so we're going to be offering a masterclass series on dialects. So it's not every Latino person sounds the same. There is a wide diversity within Latinidad. And we don't all have the same dialect. We don't all speak with the same inflections. Spanish is a very common language, but it's not the only language within Latinidad. There's so many different languages, which then reflects in so many different accents and so many different dialects. And so what we are going to be doing is offering a Cuban dialect class.
Ooh.
So if you are an artist in San Diego in the Amigos del REP, or if you are any sort of Latinx artist who's interested in gaining more skills and might be watching our video, we encourage you to let us know. We're going to be posting all the information on our social media channels, Facebook and Instagram. We only have 16 slots for these classes. So please reach out to us, and we're gonna have like a little Google form that'll be an application so that we can gather people together and make sure that the dates work for you and that the times work for you.
That's awesome.
And that's coming up in January.
That's really cool. I think I'm gonna sign up. I feel like our chilaquiles are just about to be ready.
Do we want to plate them?
Look at that.
We can plate them super fancy in this container.
And these are ready.
I can't wait to eat.
Turn these off.
And then is there anything that goes with the chilaquiles that you like?
I like beans. Sometimes I even add an over easy egg on top of this.
Some beans, like these
Some beans,
freshly
just like
prepared beans
those
that I have ready to
freshly made beans that were made. Wink, wink.
Vanessa's joking because I microwave the beans.
I also love, like, if it's not for breakfast and I make it for dinner, I'll cut up some like steak.
Oh, okay.
Put it on the side because I like to eat. As what this quarantine has taught me. As my genes tell me, as I'm trying them on during this quarantine, they say, stop eating. And I'm like, no.
You can't tell me what to do.
You can't tell me what to do, quarantine. Except that I have to wear a mask. There we go. So we put it on this fancy plate. I don't put it on fancy plates.
We're doing it for you, for y'all.
Yeah.
For the
I even did my makeup today for y'all.
Oh, so fancy.
I put on some concealer, and that's a big step.
I got eyeliner, and that's as far as I go.
All right. So chilaquiles are done. Yes. And beans are done. And then to top it off, you can either put it into the pan, but just cut a piece of the queso fresco, crumble it over. Do you want some in here? Yeah? Okay. All right. Let's do that. Just to make it look a little bit more colorful. Ooh, this is good. My fingers are going to smell like cheese, garlic, and onion. Get me a date tonight.
Oh my gosh, Vanessa looks so good.
Just put a little bit more.
Oh, put some on the beans too. Put some on the beans.
And the beans. There we go. And just like that, we are finished. There we go. So if there's anyone out there who made chilaquiles with me tonight, take a picture of them, send them over. Yeah, we want to see.
Tag San Diego Rep in your post, and we would happily share out the food that you made. Thank you again for joining us for this cook along. I am Maria Patrice Seaman.
I'm Vanessa Leron.
And we encourage you to support the businesses and the local communities and organizations that are near and dear to your heart, just like San Diego Rep is to us. If you are called to support San Diego Rep, we encourage you go to our website and donate directly on the website at sdrep.org / it's because I'm in the kitchen. sdrep.org / Giving Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Bye. Cheese just fell out.